Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the new movie, Luca. So it came out today. I actually was watching it with my brother earlier today, but he had to go to work, so I stopped it at the best part. And then I continued it with my sister later during the day, and we just finished it. It was pretty good. I personally enjoyed it. My sister's back. Oh, sorry about that. My sister's back from, the Cruella review. Queen Karina. Definitely subscribe. She plays lots of fun games, and she's going to do more stuff soon, maybe. Who knows? But hey, here she is.
Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Carrie. I missed you guys. We just finished watching the new Disney Pixar movie, Luca. It's about this little fish guy who wants to adventure out into the world so he can also become human. And where do you want to start?
Probably at the beginning, right? We just finished it, so it's like fresh in our minds. It was very interesting in the beginning. It was very like Little Mermaid like, right? He's in the water, and he's like curious about human things, right? But I think with this one, there was a lot more potential for a different story, because there was a whole like, oh, don't go to the surface. I'm not gonna lie, I can't go ahead and compare it with Little Mermaid, because believe it or not, all these classic movies, I feel like I'm pretty sure I've watched them before, but I never really sat down and really, I don't really know what Little Mermaid's about. Like, I gotta sit down and really watch it. But this one, I guess, let's say it's about the same thing, right? So he wants to go out into the world, but their family,
similar kind of,
most likly. It's
wants to explore the human world.
I'd say maybe Little Mermaid might be a little bit better, because just so you guys know, this is a full spoiler podcast here, but at least I'm gonna say this now because it definitely affected how the movie ended. Little Mermaid, for example, had a villain, right? This one, they had an antagonist,
like an enemy.
But no villain. So like the ending and the resolution with him, it was,
to be honest, when I first saw the trailer, like I wasn't really that like excited to see it, because I actually did watch the trailer for this one. It just didn't really seem that, like, I don't know, like it didn't really grab my attention. Just like I immediately got like Little Mermaid vibes, because like under the water, like creature who wants to see what's in the real world, and then they call it like, oh, they're like land monsters, like the family's like, oh, they're land monsters, you shouldn't go on land, blah 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 blah. But then like, I don't know, like, he eventually ends up going with his friend, Alberto. That's the other, like, sea creature that, like, drags him out of the water and stuff like that. And they just kind of, like, explore this little town, and they meet, like, a friend, And I don't know, like, it just kind of all happened in, like a week,
I'd say at least a week, because there's a few days where it's like night and day. But I'm pretty sure it's a week. I'm the same. Like, the movie definitely is very pretty, and I was like, I definitely enjoyed the trailer. I did my reaction to it when I don't know if it was the official trailer or a teaser trailer, but definitely check out that video on the channel. I'll most likely leave a link. You can check it out, leave a like. But I'm the same.
I don't know, like, I don't know. It's like, I understand that there's sea creatures and stuff like that, and they explored the town. I just kind of wish that it wasn't, because like, okay, so there was like this kind of side story where they're trying to win like this race, there's like the character, like it just seems like everything was about the race.
So I feel like it's so weird that like the whole movie is about a race when like it's like creatures from the ocean, right?
Like, I don't know, I feel like they really focused on that. And when they could have done so much more. Like, I wish they would have been like, hey, like, we're sea creatures. Like, oh, like, come visit our world. Because, like, we're humans. We already know what the human world is like. Like, why wouldn't it be the other way around where, like, they want a human to see that, hey, like, okay, because they eventually find out that they're sea monsters, and the entire movie, everyone's like, oh my god, sea monsters, we gotta kill them, they're evil, like, blah, 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 and then they find out, and they're like, oh, okay. Like, I wish the story was more like, the girl finds out that they're sea monsters early on, and then they bring her to their world and kind of explain to them, hey, like, we're just like you, we have families, we have jobs, like, you know, like,
there was so much more potential because, like, for example, like there were so many like things they could have done, right? Like you know, the villain of the story is just this kid who's like a bully because he thinks he's the best because he keeps winning the race, but it's obviously just because he keeps I don't think he not that he cheats, because definitely he cheats in the race, but I feel like it's just like, he's been doing it for all these years that he probably knows what to do. But like, he was being a bully for no reason. Like there was a good potential like story arc to like, oh, my dad maybe like got killed by one of the sea monsters, right? His fish got sunk, and that's why I hate sea monsters. Or even like the dad, he was like the best. He was like the one like, oh, I'm gonna go hunt these, and like he was missing an arm too, like that was a perfect opportunity to be like, and they even teased it. They're like, oh, one of the sea monsters ate it, and it's like, oh no, I was just born like this. I'm like, that would have been perfect. I think here, let me give you a good story on Luca. Right, the dad hates sea monsters. Let's say, they took his arm.
No, it's like
blah
crazy
blah blah.
Because
and like then that's what the daughter also hates sea monsters, and then they show her.
Yeah, because in the entire film they're always like, in this town everyone hates sea monsters. Everyone's trying to capture them. They always fish them. There's even a reward, like whoever catches one.
Yeah.
And like, it's whatever.
Yeah,
like, bro,
end,
like
like,
people should be like, oh my god, they're real. Like, blah, 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 blah. Like, no, it was just kind of like disappointing. Like
there's like good little bits and bad. Like at the end, like the way the dad reacted, that would have been perfect if there was a more connection. Because I know that they like him and Alberto made a little bit of connection, but it was hinted at, not really like like the only thing that was like, he kept, like, for example, he called them to help, like, when like, while, for example, Luca and I forget her name, and the girl would hang out. That's when Luca, Julia or whatever.
Julia.
But like, while they're exploring and talking about the stars, they could have like shown him and the dad bonding and talking about, like, there was so much stuff that we could have done to make it more impactful. And
Alberto, like, when Luca finds Alberto, like, he's by himself and he's like, oh yeah, like, my dad lets me do whatever I want, like, blah blah blah, like, I'm pretty much free. And then later on you find out that the dad had just left him, and so he's always alone by himself. That's why he always just does whatever he wants, because he's alone. So that would have been a good opportunity for Julia's dad to, like, it would have been really cool if maybe, like how you said, like, while Julia and Luca were together, because they become like really good friends, like, they could have shown Alberto, and I don't think they ever said his dad's name.
Maybe, but yeah.
But the dad, Julia's dad, they could have, like, I don't know, go out and get fish, and he'd be like, oh, why do you hate sea monsters? Like, what's your backstory? Blah, blah, blah. Like, why do you, whatever. And then while he's fishing, he gets water on him, and then maybe the dad would have found out, and he maybe would have understand Luca, or I'm sorry, Alberto a different way. It would have been cool if they had that connection so that when they finally realized that, they are sea monsters, he would have had the reaction that he did, because he already had that connection previously. Like, how are you going to be so accepting, like, right away after having a lifelong hatred fishing,
And I feel like it could have been like, there was so many other stuff they could have like implemented, like maybe now thinking about, like, because I'm brainstorming here, how do I make the story a little more impactful, and I thought about it, like, look, so let's say, I don't know how he lost his arm, but he did in fact lose his arm to a sea monster, right? But that sea monster was Alberto's dad, who, like, and then so obviously, like, he took his arm, and then the thing is, Alberto's dad didn't leave him; he was killed. And so there's like a 50-50 thing. So like now, the dad is like Julia's dad it's like, okay, maybe I was wrong, and that's why he accepts him, and then vice versa. Like, they forgive each other, and then that would have been like, yo, I mean that would have. I'm thinking of like a shocking moment. Like, the only shocking moment of the movie, there was two, right? Okay, one was when they finally revealed that they were sea monsters, and then, like, Alberto was like, see, we're sea monsters. Like, look, she's scared of us. And then out of, like, right away, Luca's like, oh my god, sea monsters. Like, he betrayed Alberto, and I was like, oh my god, you really did that? Like, no hesitation. Like, he was like, yeah, see, and then he, like, it's like when you get caught doing something, and he's like, oh shit, like you did it, like he did it, like when you play Among Us, and someone thinks you're being punched, like, no, I found you killed the guy, it man, okay, it was that, right? Because obviously that's a good turning point. And then there was actually at the end like other sea creatures hidden.
Okay,
so
that
was shocking. But
like at the end, so basically what happens at the end, like they go on this race and then they end up winning, obviously because they're the protagonists. Obviously they're gonna win. And so it's raining, so then the people find out that they're sea monsters, but I guess since they're just like kids, like maybe they're just not afraid of them and stuff like that. And then whoop-de-doo, everyone's so accepting, and then they're like, well, I mean, they won, so congratulations, like it's just, I don't know, like I feel like the more I talk about it, I feel like I kind of don't love it. I don't really like the
beginning
movie.
was good, and then it's a strong beginning and middle, but then the ending is weak.
Yeah, like
even the race didn't feel all that big.
Honestly, yeah, like the race was probably like a 10-minute clip.
Exactly. All this build up for the race that didn't last. Like I think just because in the end they all get mad at each other and they split up, right?
Mm-hmm.
A better there was already a perfect because I noticed, I don't know why Julia was the one who swam when she the whole time was riding her bike, and there was this one moment where she's like, yeah, personal best. Like each of them, well, not each of them, but like for example, Luca and Julia were doing the opposite thing. Like I thought they were gonna be like, I just can't I can't go up this hill, blah blah blah, and then it's up to Julia to do the bicycle, and then like in the end, that would have been better. Like they had no choice, and then I'll swim. And then that would have been like where they reveal everything, and then maybe and then that's and then you would have had all the fishermen like, oh, he's a fish, and everybody's surrounding him. But obviously it would change the rating so high, like from PG-13 for PG to PG-13, like
I mean not even like you could always do like a kid scenario type thing, but I don't know. Like there was just so many possibilities, but then like one little thing, and then you're just like, oh, like.
Yeah. I just feel like it's okay, not just this.
And so there's like this scene when like Julia and Luca start getting close together when he wants to like learn, like because Alberto was like, oh yeah, stars, like for him they were just like little fish in the sky, like that's where fish go to sleep. Mm-hmm. And then Julia's like, no, those are stars. Here's like a book, here's the universe, and obviously, like. In that sense, it kind of makes sense, Luca doesn't know about all this stuff, obviously, but I mean, at the same time, it's like, they're still fish, like, they're still, like, sea creatures, like, I feel like they should still have knowledge of what stars are, like, maybe?
No, because, like since you don't see it, you don't really think about it or
like,
question
do you not see it, though? Because it's like, what day and night is, like, what... like I don't know, like I feel like, oh yeah, that's the sun and that's the moon, and like not a fish. Like you live underwater, fish live underwater. Like if you've never gone up to the surface, how would other fish go up to the surface? Yeah. Like it was just kind of like a stupid little
fairy tale.
Yeah, like I don't know. And then at that point, you kind of start to see Alberto kind of be a little bit jealous that Luca's like finding a new friend. And, wants to do all these things, like, other new things that don't involve him. Uh-huh. And I feel like...
At first it bothered me. I was like, why are you so jealous? But, like, since the dad left, it's like, oh, they're leaving me again.
Oh. Okay, yeah, I didn't catch that, I guess.
Yeah, and that's what I thought, too, because I can catch those things. I was like, why are you so... At first I thought it was maybe he liked them, and they were trying to, like, pair them together. Like, but it could most likely just be that, because, like... They never even and that's so weird. Just to explain, like, why would the dad leave him? Like, there should have been so much more deeper connection there. But that's the only thing I imagine. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean,
so there's definitely a lot more to come. Please subscribe, share it with your friends. Let us know what you think if you have seen the movie. Again, it's Luca on Disney Plus. If you have the subscription, I believe it's only like $8.99. And to me, it's definitely worth it. I mean, if you love Disney, like you can always watch old stuff and new stuff. And Marcos has also been reviewing Loki, the new show. I don't really watch Marvel stuff, but I've always been interested in Loki and stuff as a character. So who knows? Maybe that'll inspire me to watch all the other shows that he's in and maybe the Avengers. But to be honest, I don't know. I'm not really like a big superhero person, but who knows? But I've heard really, really good things about that show so far.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's very good. I think it's definitely because we've had this whole group, like liking a certain series. So who knows? I mean, honestly, that's very well said. But hey, with that being said, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe so you don't miss out on anything else that I upload. And until next time. Bye.